Time for baseball now on the show as we give you a look inside U.S. Cellular Field in Chicago. Should be a good one here this afternoon between the Chicago Cubs and the Chicago White Sox. Which of these two will prevail? Next on the show. Chris Sale, a left-handed Floridian, will get the starting assignment. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, he's been one of the most dependable starting pitchers around. He's got a career ERA of less than 3. One of the best out there on the mound.
Dexter Fowler makes his way to the plate, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Cubs, center fielder, Dexter Fowler.
First pitch of the ball game is swung on and missed, and that's how we'll get things started this afternoon.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
And he falls behind 0-2. Sales ready. 0-2 pitch on its way. That's inside and low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Just a perfect afternoon for baseball. 80 degrees under clear blue skies. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And now a slider is swung on and missed, and the leadoff man is set down to open up the ball game. With that, a look at the Cubbies' starting lineup. Steve, what's the key for him against one of the best starters in the game?
Well, hopefully with the wind blowing out, you're not going to see too many guys in that lineup with their eyes too big thinking, oh my gosh, I'm just going to hit it out there into that wind. Stay focused, but if you get something up in the zone, drill it.
Striding into the box, Jason Hayward. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Line drive to left. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
And you check this out. This is on the inside part of the plate, but he still is able to take it to the opposite field. I'll tell you, that is bat control at its finest right there.
Here's Ben Zobrist now, as he'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball 1. Runners on first with 1 down. Off and running is Hayward. Pitch inside, the throw, the tag, and he's out. Great job adjusting to the throw and applying the tag in time.
Well, you know, so much for that first hit of the game. Now he's going to try to press his luck and take second, but a good throw cuts him down.
Drilled down the line, but this will get foul. 2-1. And he can't catch the corner here, so he's behind 3-1.
Good at bat so far here with 2 away. You're going to go down in order. At least make that guy work for it. Got himself back into a fastball count now.
Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. Swing and a liner, but foul. Just getting started here on the south side in this one. Shot towards second, and that's in there, so perhaps some life here with 2 men out.
Well, that's got to be encouraging for these guys so far. They're facing one of the tougher guys around, and that's 2 hits now here in the first inning, and that ball was smoked.
Anthony Rizzo set to take his first cuts with a man at first and 2 away.
Yeah, and he's going to have to find a gap to give that man on first a chance to score.
First pitch on its way. First pitch is a changeup for a called strike.
One of the great things about having a crosstown rival, as a visiting player, it's a lot like a home game. You're not dealing with hotels, airports, travel. You get to sleep in your own bed, stay in your routine. It's a big plus.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Little chopper back his way. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. One left for the Cubs. Now it's the White Sox turn in a scoreless ball game. Jake Arrieta, the Missouri-born right-hander, gets the job of starting pitcher here. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, guys, he's got a career ERA under 4. For a starting pitcher, that is very dependable. They're just looking for a consistent start here in this one.
Adam Eaton comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the
leading
first.
off for the White Sox, right fielder, Adam Eaton.
And he takes ball 1.
1 ball, no strike.
Swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. And this ball runs away for ball 2. 2-1. Line softly out toward left center. And this inning starts with a solid base hit.
So far, so good. They get a scoreless top of the first, and now a leadoff single to start things in their half.
Stepping in, Jimmy Rollins, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And you know, guys, he's not quite as successful when he's batting left-handed in general. He tends to have more success from the other side.
And a good slider here to start the at-bat, but it's ruled a ball, 1-0.
And here, you've got good speed on base and at the plate. So on a ground ball, it's not a foregone conclusion you're going to get an out anywhere.
Here it comes, 1-0. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he's set down, 1 away. Time now to check the starting lineup card for the Chi Sox in this one. How do they go about taking down their rival, Steve?
Just don't be stupid up there. Don't chase balls out of the zone. Move guys along when the situation calls for it. Play the game.
Jose Abreu gets his first opportunity now. Runner at first with 1 gone.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate that the number 2 guy couldn't at least move that leadoff man into scoring position. And that makes it a little tougher on the middle of the order to drive in that early run.
Pitch out, nothing doing. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Clyde Washington.
Yeah, Matt, Clyde has a bit of a reputation for rewarding pitchers that pound the bottom of the zone. Calls the game well, but we might see some strike calls below the zone that hitters aren't going to be too happy with.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Pitch to the plate is a slider for a strike, and it's all knotted up at 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. Ready on 1 and 2. Grounded back up the middle. One there. Back to Rizzo, and they get out of it here. A double play to retire the side. 4 to 6 to 3. They roll it up to get out of the jam. We're off to the second, scoreless on the show. Chris Bryant will lead things off here, as it'll be 5, 6, and 7 due up to kick off the second. That's yanked into the stands. Strike one. Sale gets the sign. 0-1 pitch on its way. Tries to shave the corner with that pitch, but it's 1-1.
Well, when it's warm like this, you really have to keep the ball down. You try to keep guys from hitting it in the air because it will absolutely carry. That's 2 pitches in a row that were elevated.
Hits it high and deep out to center field. Back goes Jackson, but he can't get to this one. It's off the wall. Around second, he'll try for third, and he'll get there as he legs out the leadoff triple.
It's a real good effort out there in center field. I didn't think he was going to have much of a chance to track this down, but he nearly comes up with it as it hits off the wall. And then once this kicks away from him, winds up getting played into a triple.
Coming to the plate now, Jorge Soler. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here.
Oh, and it's so important to take advantage of these kind of opportunities early in a ball game. It can change the entire complexion of the game if you can put the other guys on their heels right away.
From the stretch. Swing and a miss at a first pitch changeup. 0-1.
Trying to jump on that first pitch changeup. That's a good pitch there to start this AB.
Runner at third here, nobody out. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Well, I'll tell you, nothing comes easy when this guy's out there on the mound. Those are 2 perfect pitches on the outside corner.
Chop foul at the plate, and he stays alive, still 0-2. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. A runner in scoring position with none out. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out, and the go-ahead run stays at third with 1 big out on the scoreboard now. And with that, let's take a look at the White Sox defensively. It's brought to us by Majestic. Any thoughts, Eric?
Sure, Matty. Melky Cabrera's defense, that's not the reason he's playing at the major league level. He's at best a below average corner outfielder. He doesn't have a ton of speed or a stellar arm, but he does well enough to keep running him out there. I mean, let's be honest. He's a major leaguer because of his bat. Hopefully his defense doesn't cost his team in the long run.
Miguel Montero is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1.
Oof. That high fastball is definitely a pitch guys will pop up, and that's what he's looking for on the mound. So that's good restraint to hold back and not swing.
Fastball at 94 miles an hour, and it's 1-1.
Well, that one's at 94, so the velocity's good right now.
No score here as we play inning number 2. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. One of the things that makes him so tough to hit, the ability to put his pitches right on the black.
Yeah, I mean, you watch the catcher's glove on some of these, and it literally does not move. That's how good his stuff is.
Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. But quick hands over there at third as he takes it for the second out.
Just a tough break right there. Not much you can do about that one. This ball is a laser. It's right at his man, and that forces the guy to hold on at third with 2 away now.
Stepping in now, Matt Caesar, as he'll take a look at ball one. One 0 count. Here it is. It's a 2-0 now as he hits with a runner at third and 2 away.
So important to be able to work the count right here. You know, get yourself into a good hitter's count. We know that's important every day, but especially so when you're facing a guy like this.
The 2-0 pitch. And a good comeback fastball there. It's 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, and you know, this is a spot where you just have to make him bring the ball down. It's very difficult to do anything positive when it's up that high.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full, 3-2.
And sometimes if you don't get to a guy like this early, and you're never going to get to him. So you don't want to let this chance pass you by.
Has to be thinking strikeout here. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Jackson is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Cubs strand one. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Todd Frazier strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the second inning.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat because you know he has big-time power.
And he lays off there 1-0.
And he's tracking that all the way across the plate, but that had too much sweep to it for him to think of swinging.
In tight with the sinker, ball 2. In the dirt, it's 3-0 now.
Now this one sets up a big pitch because you don't want to lose that leadoff guy in a scoreless ball game.
And he'll just make him throw one over here. 3-1. You have to figure that sinker's going to be an important pitch for him here this afternoon.
No question about it. Obviously, it's his ground ball pitch, so if you're a hitter, you're going to need to make him bring that pitch up a bit.
In there on the inside corner. Don't know that he liked it, but it's a full count now, 3-2.
Well, that's just unfair right there. I mean, most guys throw a 91-mile-an-hour fastball. He's throwing a 91-mile-an-hour slider.
Now a swing and a ball hit high and deep down the line in left. And this ball is a home run. It's a solo home run for Todd Frazier. As the White Sox are on the board first, it's 1-0.
About the only silver lining to this one from a defensive point of view is it came with the bases empty leading off an inning. You can survive it when this guy's hitting solo shots, but if he's doing this with 2 or 3 men on base, then things can really get out of hand in a hurry.
Here's Melky Cabrera as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce one foul for the first strike. No outs, nobody on. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
And if he wants to turn things around, that's a pitch that he's going to need to start locating better.
Weekly hit towards first. To the bag with it himself is Rizzo for the out. And with a quick breather here, let's take a look at the Cubs alignment on defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, Matty, you remember growing up, right field wasn't a very important position. But here at this level, it's as important as any. And this man plays it as well as anybody. Very reliable, covers ground, always makes a routine play.
Avisail Garcia digs in with 1 run in and 1 gone in the inning. And he takes a pitch that's ruled a strike at the knees. Pretty liberal strike zone there. It's 0-1.
Whether you like it or not, now that you've seen what the strike zone's going to be like, you're going to have to make an adjustment.
Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
You can tell he's still frustrated after that first called strike. That's still on his mind.
Can't quite get the low outside corner there. It's 1-2.
Oh, classic strikeout pitch there on 0-2. It's one he loves going to, but great recognition there at the plate to lay off.
And that misses 2-2. Protecting with 2 strikes, went out of the zone that time, but he stays alive. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes, here's the pitch. Now a swing and a miss on a pitch well out of the strike zone as he becomes the 2nd out.
Well, he's made 5 or 6 quality pitches in this inning, but he just made the one bad one. And you can bet that's the one he's going to remember when he gets back to the dugout. Good job here, though, because he bounced back to retire the next 2 guys that he faced.
Standing in now, Brett Laurie. As he'll lay off a slider too low, ball 1. White Sox are out to an early 1-0 lead as we play the 2nd. Ground ball left side. Bryant is up with it. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. But the White Sox hit the board first on the solo home run. Last chance coming up here for the Cubs. It's now 1-0 Chicago. Back at U.S. Cellular on the south side as you get a nice look at the Chicago skyline from above the shores of Lake Michigan. Addison Russell steps in here to start out their half of the 3rd. Top of the order to follow.
Yeah, and you know he's the number 9 hitter, but you've got to go to the plate right now thinking like a leadoff guy. Just find a way to get on base and then give those 1, 2, 3 guys a chance to drive you in or do something.
Outside for a ball, 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
One and 2 now as this catches the outer half. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. 4 pitches. Fast, slow, fast, slow. EK, you thinking fastball here?
It seems to fit the pattern, but you better not get too predictable out there. Guys will catch on quick.
And here's a slider. Strike 3 called, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
The batter, number 24. Center fielder.
So 1 away now for the center fielder, Dexter Fowler. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. And they'll go off speed here as this pitch misses. It's 2-1. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Comes back with a fastball low, and that moves it to 3-1 now.
And he's got a little bit of work to do now to avoid that first walk.
In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. 1 out, nobody on. Just staying alive, putting together a really good at-bat here. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Taken in by Rollins. In time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, right fielder, Jason Hayward.
Jason Hayward is the batter. Got a base hit in his first trip. Sale into the windup. Here's the first pitch. Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1.
Real good lateral movement on that 2-seam fastball. That pitch is money for him when it's moving like that. So just keep on throwing.
Outside, 2-1.
That's what you have to do against a big sweeping slider like that. It starts in the zone, and it's probably going to finish out of the zone. So that's a good job just to lay off.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. And he fires a fastball now for a called strike 2.
Now that he's fully loose out there, you can see he's getting a little more zip on that fastball than he had coming out of the gate.
This is hit softly to third. And he'll put this one away. And with that, the ball game is over.
Wow, just a really great game to watch from beginning to end. A well-pitched 1-0 ball game. This is just a broadcaster's dream.
Time for one final check of the line score as you see the key players there in this shutout victory. And guys, you can't win if you can't score, so there's probably not a whole lot of debate about who'll take home Topps Player of the Game honors in this one.
Yeah, definitely no debate as far as I'm concerned. He was really in complete control the whole way through. Only really got into trouble a few times, and he winds up with a complete game shutout.
So that'll just about do it. For Eric Karros, Steve Lyons, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. For more, don't forget to check out theshownation.com. The White Sox win it 1-0. So long from Chicago.